Ohio's Emergency Management Agency has a plan to respond to natural disasters and hazards, from flooding to destructive tornadoes. The plan includes potential for drought, winter storms, and cyber attacks.
We have a lot of hazards and we have a lot of risks to those hazards.
Among the listed hazards is something that falls from the sky, but it's not precipitation.
One of our less hazards, or lesser hazards, the risk to it, but is out there, is space junk.
Listed as 31st among 31 potential hazards for the state is space debris. NASA says there are millions of pieces of debris orbiting the Earth. As of January 1st, 2020, the amount of material orbiting our planet exceeded 8,000 metric tons. According to NASA, over the last 50 years, an average of one cataloged piece of debris fell back to Earth each day.
All this stuff that's going up, it's coming down again.
Ted Muehlhaupt is the principal director of the Center for Orbital and Reentry Debris Studies, which helps keep track of all of the stuff that's falling from above our heads.
If it's a full-scale satellite and it re-enters, depending on how big it is, typically about 40% of the mass can survive and reach the ground. So when large objects come down, we expect to see things.
We're in the planetarium at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, where in the dome above us you can not only see the stars, but the vast amount of debris and satellites that's orbiting in the skies above our heads.
We were seeing lots of things. We were seeing the orbiting active satellites that we have above our planet, the inactive satellites that we have above our planet, and what you just might consider debris from previous satellites that maybe were broken to bits or exploded in orbit. Basically everything about the size of a baseball or larger.
SpaceX rocket booster falls out of orbit, causing the streak of bright lights across the night sky.
In March, amateur video captured this light show.
Wait, what's going on?
I don't know.
As debris from a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket fell back to Earth.
And that almost certainly had objects that reached the ground. It's a big stage. We've looked at how it breaks up in orbit, and so somewhere out there in the Pacific Northwest, there's debris on the ground.
In 2011, an upper atmospheric research satellite came back to Earth. NASA estimating 20 large pieces would survive re-entry.
Very low chance that anyone could be injured or killed by the satellite. They estimate it's a 1 in 3,200 chance.
Really, the odds are so small for most people, way more that you'll get hit by lightning or win the lottery, for that matter.
And while the chance is extremely low, Lottie Mae Williams of Tulsa, Oklahoma was hit by a piece of a Delta rocket that crashed back to Earth in 1997.
Everybody was trying to tell me that it wasn't possible, but I knew better than that. I mean, because I had it. If I hadn't had it, I would have, perhaps said the same thing, but I had it.
In our hazard analysis, space junk is there, and periodically we will see, that there is something falling from, and we get a warning that something's falling, an old satellite or something.
Oceans are the most likely target. In 2018, a 9.5-ton Chinese space station came back to Earth, crashing into the South Pacific. And while the chances of space junk crashing somewhere in Ohio are small, it is apparently enough of a chance for the state to have actually listed it as among its potential hazards.
I think what I would tell you is I am happily surprised that that is on the list.
We expect to see a very large increase in the rate of reentry. And if it's an uncontrolled reentry, it's going to come down someplace. And so, them having space debris as a category to go watch out for, it's not completely unreasonable, but it's pretty unlikely.
It's all relative, right? We have it, but what are the impacts and what are the damage?
Dave Nethers, Fox 8 News.